I've been in the industry of watches and jewelry for 30 plus years. I get inspiration for the final product based on pure architecture. I have Beyonce who's worn our watches. I have Jennifer Lopez who is our watches. I've worked with Michael Jackson. I've worked with Tupac Shakur. I've worked with P. Diddy. A dear friend of mine is Samuel L. Jackson. Sly Stallone was one of our first patrons. Arnold Schwarzenegger. So these are the titans of their industry. The essence of our contact with our client is trust. So we started bringing watches and jewelry, and within 10 years, that became a majority of our business, watches and jewelry. And we were a powerhouse in the watch world because I had sold the most expensive watch in the world in '98 to Michael Jackson. At that time, it was $2.3 million. I had worked with Elizabeth Taylor with her jewelry. So we had all these individuals coming through our store, and that kind of gave me the light bulb of start your own watch brand, Ali. Ritmo Mundo means rhythm of the earth in Italian. It's accurate. Life is about rhythm. Your heart is about rhythm, the beat. And that's what gave birth to Ritmo Mundo. The first collection I made in 2002 was called the Grandata. You can imagine who had purple eyes at that time. I made this for Elizabeth Taylor because of her violet eyes, and the first individual to wear a Ritmo Mundo watch, aside from myself, was Elizabeth Taylor. Because I get a lot of my inspiration for watches from architecture. And Ritmo, we've always wanted to make architecturally based designs. So for me, when we produce a watch, it's a matchmaker. We're coming up with inspirations, whether I made the red square because I was in Moscow. I made the palazzo because in Rome, there's palazzos, beautiful palaces. We have a watch that's very well known. We designed in 2006. I designed it on a paper napkin. It's called Persepolis. It has the architectural details of the pillars of Persepolis, and it is also a center of the universe known at that time. So in the history of watches, there is couple hundred watch brands. And to be able to stand out, you need to be able to offer something that is distinct, that is of value. Specifically about Ritmo, we're about fun. We've made something like about 60 collections in 20 years. Is about not being boring. Honestly, it's not being traditional, not doing what you see at a majority of department stores, which is cookie cutter brands. They just put a different names. Ours, we like you to look at a watch on your wrist and say that's a Ritmo without having to read the name. This watch I'm wearing right now is an 11-year-old watch. I made this as a tribute to a friend of mine who passed away in an auto racing accident. A lot of my watches are an extension of whatever our passion is at that time, and we like to share it with people. At the end of the day, that's all we have is our reputation, our credibility about the brand. I think the role of any brand is its ethics, its longevity, that we're going to be here 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And we try to do our best.